Destiny, she called me. She says, "The president just called me. He would like to sign you. We would love to sign you to Roc Nation." I've been working closely with Universal on this huge project that I can't say too much about.
Yeah, sure.
But it's wonderful. I do this form of music called Battlecry music. It's pop rock soul with a cinematic edge to it. It's truly like the roaring of your soul. I realized that the people that do change the world or do change the industry in some way, they've come up with their own just sauce. I was the opening act for Fari's Movement. He opened up for Mario. I would go to Grammy events with my headphones. I would go to us, and the reason why I have a lot of Grammy committee friends and family is because I had my headphones and they heard the music. The music is what got me in the door to every single thing that you basically see. Like my gift made room for me, but I also had to bring my gift.
How did the LA Kings thing happen?
Okay, LA Kings. Oh my God. Number one.
They're good at that shit where I talk to artists who are killing the game and I just pick their brain, get their knowledge, their insight. My guest today, he just signed a pub deal with Roc Nation. He also has gotten some sync placements with the LA Kings, among other things. Moreland in the building. What's going on, man?
Yes, sir. I'm good, man. Blessed, highly favored. Can't complain.
That's what's up. I appreciate you being here, brother.
Hey, I'm happy to be here, too. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. All right, so let's start with the Roc Nation deal. How did that all come about?
Oh, wow. A good friend of mine by the name of Coco Sarai invited me to an event at a Web3 event. That situation led to me meeting this young lady by the name of, I believe, Whitney. She was with Dancing Seahorse. Dancing Seahorse is a company that invites artists and executives to meet. Basically, they have it's like the Soho House for artists. And basically, she was like, "Josh, I love your music that you played at Paramount Studios where I met you at, and I would like to invite you and another friend to the Muse and Evanescence concert. We're gonna feed you. We're gonna give you drinks, the VIP experience, because their company put on VIP experiences for artists and executives. Okay. So I went to the Muse and Evanescence concert out at the Crypto.com Arena, formerly known as Staples, which I still love Staples. And basically, I met my representative there. And guess what her name was?
What's that?
Destiny. So it was divine. It was divine order. And the thing is, when I gave her the music, when Whitney introduced us, I was like, Destiny, I think you're gonna really like the music. She's like, "You're really confident." She's like, "Well, if I like it, I'll let you know. I'll call you. If I don't like it, you probably won't hear from me." I'm like, oh, "Okay, cool." Yeah. She had that New York energy. I was like, "All right, cool. It is what it is." Basically, we ended up watching the concert. Beautiful night, and as we were saying goodbye, she was like, "Okay, I'll let you know if I like it or not." Cool, right? I'm thinking I'm gonna get a call the next day. 30 minutes after the concert, Destiny calls me. She's like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?" Basically. And I'm like, "Yeah, it's my music. I do this form of music called Battlecry music. It's like pop rock soul with a cinematic edge to it." And she's like, "Man, I just love it so much. Do you mind if I show it to Roc Nation on Monday at our Monday acquisitions?" I was like, "No problem. I would love that. Thank you so much." And so basically, long story short, she called me around 2 or 3 o'clock that Monday after the team listened to it. And she was like, "Bro, they love you. Send me more music. And I'm like, "Okay." So for I would say about 3 months, Destiny was basically like sharing my music throughout the office. And it came to a point of where the NFL came across her desk. And she was like, "Josh, I want to submit your music to the NFL for this joint venture deal that we're doing called the Songs of the Season. NFL meets Roc Nation, basically." And that's the situation that led to my deal.
Wow.
Because it was originally supposed to be only like signed artists that was supposed to be on that Songs of the Season thing for the NFL, because it was for the label. So any Roc Nation artists or affiliates that they work with, like Universal or whatever other partnering companies that they work with, those are the artists that were supposed to be on there. So long story short, Destiny was like, she told the team, please trust me. I believe that Josh Moreland's song will be selected, whether he's signed to us or not. His song goes to the NFL, right? And she championed for me, man. Like I always tell people, you have to have someone who champions for you. And she fought for me, and the NFL did select it. My song called Not Only Human. I'm just so happy that I was able to be like the only unsigned artist on that Songs of the Season project that the NFL and Roc Nation had.
Wow.
Yeah. So
what did that mean in terms of like using that song? Like the NFL used it where? How?
Yeah, they used it in different commercials. They used it in on their NFL Network platforms. And basically, what happened was after that landed, my representative Destiny, she called me. She says, "The president just called me. He would like to sign you. We would love to sign you to Roc Nation." She was like, "I think you should sit down for this one, Josh, before I tell you." And I was like, "Okay." But what I wanted to do, I wanted to make sure that before I told anybody about the deal or even the process of the deal, I wanted to make sure I put God first, because that's most important to me, is that God is in the forefront of everything that I do. Right. So before even signing the contract to Roc, if you look at the video on YouTube, you will see that we are honoring God first before we even sign the paperwork. Yeah, so it happened March 1st, and it was amazing.
That's what's up. So since March 1st, what's happened, or what are some of the things that have happened as a result of that? Like, what are some of the memorable moments, maybe people you've gotten to meet, rooms you've been able to be in, things like that?
Yes. Oh my God. Well, my first month in the game was, I mean, I've been in the game for a while, but
right.
Like my first month being signed to Roc, it was such a whirlwind of just love. Number one, I mean, they invited me out to Atlanta to do some writing sessions, to meet a lot of the producers and writers that work that are signed to Roc Nation. I met a lot of the family, like my boy Jay Pounds, Willie, like just Church. Like, it's just, everybody's just so wonderful. Michelle Bell, who's now she's left Roc, but we love her. She's always family. She's always Roc. Of course, Destiny was there, and I can say, man, it's so many talented people, so many gifted people. And the thing is, I tell people this: when you get signed, you're just on a higher level of everything. Executive, producers, writers. This is everybody who are at the top of their game. So you're just collaborating with the best, and that's what God saw me, and that's the way He sees me. So I that's why He put me there. So it's just one of those things of where, as you work diligently, like they say, you a man who works diligently will stand before kings. So that's exactly what I put my time and effort and work, sweat equity, as they call it, in, and it's working, man, and it's been beautiful, man. So we have a lot of great things happening. I've been in so many different writing camps since I've gotten signed, working on my own project as well as working on other people's projects, writing for different briefs that are huge movies. I've been working closely with Universal on this huge project that I can't say too much about. Yeah, sure. But it's wonderful, and you guys kind of seeing a little trickling of it as I release, this coming year. So you'll see a lot more. But yeah, it's been great, man. A lot of people, my good, the president, Andrew Gold, absolutely wonderful, great leader. Introduced me to a lot of different people. They also took me out to New York as well. At the same time, I had to perform at the United Nations, like literally 2 weeks after being signed. Wow. That was amazing. It was a Chinese/American like unity type of thing at the United Nations. And I don't know if most people know this, but I do sing in Mandarin. So yeah, I do. I do a lot of shows in China. So back and forth all the time. So
hold on. So you sing in Mandarin. Did you grow up knowing Mandarin or something? Is it something you recently picked up or what?
I picked it up about 5 years ago, I would say.
Okay.
I actually discovered it while I was here in LA. I've always been drawn to the culture, and I got an opportunity to perform at this film festival at an Arcadia.
Okay.
That led to my first trip in China.
Wow. So what happened?
I met through my agent at the time. I met this lady named Nolan. She was a PR for the Chinese.
Okay.
She invited me to the wine safari where they used to have like the giraffes and the zebras and all these amazing animals that you could pet and feed while you wine tasted.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, yeah, I would love to come.
Dope.
She was like, well, bring your manager or agent. I was like, oh, yeah, let's do it. Why not? She's like, I want to introduce you to this lady by the name of Lin Tang. Lin Tang is probably going to have you sing for her a cappella because she's looking for a singer to lead off her film festival. I'm like, okay, great. I would love to meet her. And it was a big group of Chinese that were meeting that evening. She's a very powerful woman in the Chinese community, and she literally had me sing a cappella, just like Anolan said, and basically. It led to me performing at her film festival, which happened in Arcadia. Now, when I did the show in Arcadia, she was like, Josh, we love you. Let me introduce you to some other people. I got a chance to meet Rachel Wong and Melissa Chang. Okay. Now, these are the first two ladies who took me to China. Wow. And I gained other friends in that community. One of my really good friends now, we're going to be hanging out for Thanksgiving. Angela Efros, she's American, but she studied abroad in China for 7 years. Wow. So when I came back from China, she was like, Josh, do you mind if I teach you some songs in China? I'm sure they would love to have you a lot more than just this one time. So let me teach you. I got you, no worries. She taught me, man. It took me like 3 weeks to learn the first song because it's a very challenging language.
I've heard
and that. I was diligent in it, and I studied. I remember my first show singing in Chinese, singing actually in Mandarin. I was like this with my hands, like reading it off my hands, and I wrote it out phonetically, so that I didn't mess up because the culture, they love when you actually try, and then if you can land it, oh man, it's the best. Yeah. So what happened after that? After that show, I got really confident in my delivery of this specific song called "The Moon Represents My Heart," and that's "Ni Wan Wo A Niu Duo Shen." That's how you say it in Mandarin. It's called "The Moon Represents My Heart." It was what's her name? Teresa. Is it Teresa? Teresa Tang, I believe, who was the original singer of the song, and it was for women's rights to choose who they wanted to love versus their government or their parents or whatever,
like arranged marriages.
Yeah, exactly. And so when it comes from a man singing it, they're like, when I tell you this is the most famous song in China that I sing. So I get requested for it all the time because it's like the number one song. It's like learning Michael Jackson as a kid. Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna teach him or her that song. Yeah, hands down. Wow. Every single time. Yeah.
And I'm imagining they're taking care of your flights.
Oh, 100%.
Taking care of you when you go out there.
Yeah, I can say this much, man. The only time I've ever spent any money to leave the country is because I've probably chose to go on vacation. But other than that, I've never spent the dollars to leave this country. Wow. And I've been all over the world. Wow. And it's my gift that has done that. Like my parents truly like instilled in me that my gift will make room for me. And I just had the audacity to believe them, like legit, and it's taking me everywhere.
So where else have you been playing music?
Oh my God. Ooh, okay. I spent 7 months in South Korea. Wow. That was crazy. I did 182 shows. That was insane. Yeah, because I had a residency there.
You had a residency in South Korea.
In South Korea on Jeju Island.
And this happened how?
Oh my God. Okay, so that situation happened. My ex-girlfriend actually was filming me perform at the Mint, Club here in LA, and so happened the promoter was on my Instagram live. IG Live.
Wow.
And the way he found out about my IG Live was because I had a friend by the name of Patrick Ulysses. He was over there already performing. So Patrick literally showed him the live performance and asked him if I would be a good candidate to come over there and perform. I get a text message within in the IG in the DMs basically, and my girl at the time, she was just like, Josh, you got a text message from this promoter saying that he wants to book you for this residency over in South Korea. And I'm like, oh really? Okay, cool. I'll check it out. Because I just getting off stage. She's telling me this, and I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. So we get in contact, and basically 2.5 months later, I'm in South Korea, performing an hour and a half every night in front of new crowds every single night at the Sheila Resort out in Jeju Island, which is truly one of the most beautiful places in South Korea. It is the Hawaii of South Korea.
Okay.
Literally.
Wow.
You got waterfalls everywhere.
Wow.
I mean, you step out of the hotel. You got where we were placed. It was at the Sheila Hotel, which was amazing. But as soon as you look down, it's a cliff. It's just all water.
Wow.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So I mean, so many trips. Oh my God.
Yeah. So where else?
Oh my God, I've done a lot of Asia, I would say.
Okay.
Indonesia was amazing. I've done. I was the opening act for Far East Movement.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like a G.
Yeah.
Like a G. So if anybody knows that song, I was their opening act. That was back in like 2012, I would say.
Okay. And you got linked up with Far East Movement, huh?
I got linked up with him. I had a manager at the time, and he was just super connected to all these different acts and managers and stuff like that. So he really believed in my performance value. So he was like, yo, like you can perform just as well as any of these other celebrities, even though you're not a celebrity yet. Doesn't matter, your performance is there. So he would put me on to different bills in different shows. You know, like he had me open up for Mario. Me and Mario, we did tours in Germany and Belgium together. Oh my God, so many shows. I'm drawing a blank, but so many shows around the world. Yeah. Like I've spent like a whole month in like London. That was amazing. Oh my God, back and forth to Jamaica like 5 times. Doing festivals out there.
Crazy.
Oh my God, it's so many places. And that was at the beginning of my LA living, because I've been here for 10 years now. Okay. I moved out here with $34 in my pocket. That was crazy. Like, who does that? What happened was I visited a friend out here by the name of Mark Solomon. He was like, my boy Mark and my boy Tony were the two people who were like, you need to come out here. You need to kind of just spread your wings and try, right? I was more concerned about the earthquakes versus the atmosphere of this music world. I was like, man, I'm not trying to come to Earthquake City, man. Yeah. Like, hey, man, I'm not trying to have buildings fall on top of me. But man, I encourage anybody, just come out here, feel it for yourself. It's not a thing where buildings are falling. The places are built for earthquakes. So I learned that eventually. And basically after my first visit, I went back home, told my family, told my parents, told my brothers, yo, I'm moving to LA. So I literally did a session with a friend and client for like $250 just to. And he was like, I'll pay you for a hook, bro. Let me just sing on a hook for me, and that money I used to buy my plane ticket to California. So
and where were you at the time?
I was in Palm Beach in Florida.
Okay, in Florida.
That's where I'm from originally.
Okay,
I was born in Bradenton, but I was raised in Palm Beach.
Okay,
my dad's job moved us to Palm Beach when we was really small, and I used that money to go. To buy my ticket to LA. Wow. It was one way. I was like, I think it was like $180 or something like that. Okay. And then I used the last bit that was left to just like buy little things that I would need for my departure and everything. Bro, when I tell you, By the time I got on that Spirit Airlines,
Uh-huh.
right, I had $34. By the time I got off of it, I had $20 because them super expensive snacks.
Oh yeah.
Bro, they don't even give you water.
Yeah.
Spirit don't give you water.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Unless you have to take a vitamin or some medication.
Medication.
It's the only time you get some water.
Wow.
Come on, Spirit. Step it up. At least you can give people water.
Need to do better.
Need to do better. You got to be more careful. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So when I got off the plane, I had $20. I had to get to my boy Mark's spot. So I took the flyaway. That was another $8. So guess what I got?
$12.
I got $12.
Okay.
He's like, bro, can you bring some like little groceries? I'm like, so I didn't want to tell him what I had. I was just like,
Wow.
So I went to the store, got orange juice, peanut butter, and a loaf of bread. Yeah, that's all I could afford, and a jug of water.
Okay.
And that was it. That's all I had. And I was like, all right, God, I'm here. We'll figure this out.
Yeah.
It's in your hands because obviously I don't have it. I had enough to get like a train ticket. A train ticket to take me around for 3 days, like a 3-day pass on the train. Because most people don't know we have a train system out here.
Yeah, right.
We have literally an underground train station.
Yeah.
People just don't realize, but we do.
Yeah.
And I took that because I had called and tried to apply for different jobs. I ended up getting the job at Ralph's right over here on Magnolia.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay.
Right in North Hollywood.
Okay.
And eventually I would move in with some good friends, Wallace and Carl and James, and they would let me live with them because I only was able to stay at Mark's for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then because I knew they had moved here prior to like 3 months in advance before I did.
Okay.
And I'm like, sure, if I could talk to Wallace, which Wallace is now the head of Warner Chapel.
Oh wow.
We all slept on the floor like together, like the air mattresses, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, it's a whole different world now. You know, everybody's moved on to new levels and new heights in their career. And I'm just so proud of Wallace and everybody that was in that house. Carl Rubin, I mean, that was, oh my God, he did Justin Bieber's "Where Are You Now" #1 single, and so here we go. And he's on a different level.
Yeah.
So everybody in that house was just, I mean, I'm so blessed. Thank you, Brittany, Brittany, that's like a sister to me. She introduced me to the entire squad in Florida because we're all Florida kids.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that's how that happened. I went on a tangent. I'm not sure.
It's all good, bro. It's all good, man.
So.
That's remarkable to kind of hear the journey and hear that even though you had $34, you still, came out. You bought the plane ticket and then just came out with, barely any money, and just was like, all right, let's make it do what it do. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
That's really dope. Talk about your style of music, the Battlecry music, because I feel like that's something really important for artists in terms of finding a sound, finding a style in terms of the music. Kind of talk about that process and how you landed on that particularly, and all that.
Yeah. So Battlecry, just to clarify again, is pop rock soul with a cinematic edge to it. It's truly like the roaring of your soul. And how it came about was, the thing is, I started in R&B. So like from I listened to Music Soul Child, I listened to Usher, I listened to Genuine, I listened to all the greats, the Brian McKnights, the baby faces. And I was like, yeah, this is beautiful, this is cool, but it's not all the way me. Right. So my manager at the time, who was taking me on tour with Mario and taking me on tour with Far East Movement, he was like, well, why don't you like kind of dip into other genres of music? I was like, oh yeah, why not? So he was like, yo, why don't you do pop? Cool. I checked out pop. I was like, okay, cool. We got a little Taylor Swift, we got a little blah blah whatever, right? Yeah. And then when I went to Europe, he was like, well, why don't you check out some EDM? I'm like, yeah, I'll check some EDM out, some hard bass, all that stuff. And I was like, I started just soaking in music from all parts of the world. And I just was like, you know what? I realized that the people that do change the world or do change the industry in some way, they've come up with their own just sauce. And I remember this interview by L.A. Reid.
Okay.
He was sitting on a couch during the interview, and he said, if you want to be noticed, or if you want to change the game, come up with your own genre of music. Because it's still it's like your own fingerprint. Like come up with your own unique way to describe your music so it can stand out. So because what happens is anytime I say I do Battlecry music, everybody say, what is that?
What is that? Yeah.
So I feel like I landed it because it allows people to get interested in what I do. That's even how all the situations with Roc Nation even happened. They was like, what do you mean Battlecry? What is that? Yeah, well, this is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And when I play the music, they're like, oh, this is the exact description: pop rock soul with a cinematic edge to it. That's crazy. Get some hip hop influence in there as well. And the thing is, I've always wanted to be like a rapper, because I'm a singer, but I always wanted to be like a rapper. I was like, man, if I can rap, this is gonna be crazy, right? So I just started like flipping the tongue. I was just like, whatever. I started doing double entendre. I started doing all kind of crazy triplets and all kind of stuff. So I put that into my music. I just hate limitations. I like if you try to give me limitations, I'm probably gonna go outside the box on that. I'm gonna be like, nah, I know what God put inside of me. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go this route. And a lot of people back home, they just stuck to the same thing over and over. And some of the people are still in the same position, or they quit music because they tried to stick into some box without just creating their own lane. And I'll always continue to succeed because I don't believe in limitations. I believe in abundance. So abundance don't have no limitations.
That's not.
Abundance don't have no stop mark.
No.
So that's the way I believe music should be. It should be done, in its full abundance. Like Rick Rubin says. He says, if you have not exhausted all of the ideas, you're not finished. You should exhaust all your ideas, and then it's done. All right. Once you feel like you've exhausted all the ideas for your music or for that piece of art, then you're done. That's it. So and the crazy thing, Battlecry was introduced to me while I was driving Uber. This is before being signed, all this craziness. I was driving Uber. A guy and his wife, they were going to a friend's wedding.
Okay.
And I was driving. I was playing my music. I'm jamming. Every customer that I would have in the car, I would be jamming. I don't care. I was like, yo, I'm in LA. Like, I'm not in Florida no more. I'm chilling. I'm doing my thing. Right. And I was like, I was going to keep playing my music for everybody. This one guy gets in my car and he says, yo, man, that sounds like some Battlecry. And I was like, what? I was like, shut up. That's exactly what I told him, because we got cool. We get cool in the car. So I was like, shut up. Yo, hold on one second. Don't say nothing else. I said, you just named my genre of music. That's what I do. I do Battlecry music. It's pop, rock, soul with a cinematic edge. Yes. In that moment before I dropped them off, I was so excited. I'll never forget that day. I was literally driving. It was the wedding was in Thousand Oaks, and I was driving all the way out there to drop them off to the wedding. Man, I'll never forget I can't remember the gentleman's name, but I'll forever thank him, because he named my genre, and I was just like, that's it. It feels like I'm going to war in my music. It feels like I'm becoming this triumphant being within it. You're watching a movie while you listen to my music, hands down. So you're seeing the visuals. You're seeing the person rise like from the ashes of a phoenix and conquer his or her goal, or But yeah, it's just, I'll never forget that day, man. I was literally in the car just like, okay, now I got it. This is what L.A. Reid was talking about. Okay, now I'm just gonna figure out how to describe it the best way I possibly can. Now I have a simple, my elevator pitch is quick. Pop rock soul with a cinematic edge. I do Battlecry music. Boom, that's it. Woo, what is that? It's like the roaring of your soul, man. Just think about your chest. Just think about your spirit trying to jump out of your body. That's my music. Because when you hear it, it's like I'm jumping out at you. That's why I have songs like Not Only Human, because I don't believe I'm only flesh. I know that I'm spirit, right? So, like, I heard this quote the other day. This it wasn't a quote; it was more of a statement. He said, "Our most people think our spirits are inside of us. No, our bodies are inside of our spirit, and that just took it to a whole nother level for me because you do like you can feel this energy on the outside of you, like so he's like it's bigger than your body, so and guess what, your spirit is inexhaustible, so don't think in the space of limitations,
right?
So it just resonated with me, and I'm just like, you know what, 100% right. That's it. And that's my belief on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's what's up, man. And you talk about, becoming a triumphant being, and I've seen you perform before, and I can feel that in the performance. Like, talk about what goes into those performances.
Oh, man. At the performances, man, I'm not even there.
Yeah.
I am literally at Wembley Stadium. I'm in front of 120,000 people. Like, I'm present, but I'm also thinking so future and so big, and how like I'm trying to reach that 80,000 person that's in the back in the nosebleed who can't get to the stage, who wish they could touch the stage or even the railings, So I'm thinking like that. I'm always thinking about the blueprints of what my stage look like. I'm always thinking about like the theatrics of it. The thing is, I'm gonna always give you 110,000%, whether I'm in front of 10 people or 10 million. Right. It does not matter to me. At the end of the day, everybody deserves that, because number one, people spend their whole entire month getting prepared for you. When they hear that you announce your concert, they say the real fans, right? All right, cool. December 15th, Josh Moreland's performing, right? Guess what they're gonna do? Oh, let me get my ticket. Cool. That's step one. Oh my God, that's crazy. Tell their friends. Cool. They don't want to go by nobody. They don't want to go by themselves. Number 3, that day when your concert is, they probably already gone to work, of course, but they coming back home. The girls are putting on their makeup. The gentlemen are putting on their clothing. They're gonna probably have dinner before. Right before your concert, they're gonna get they suit and they fresh clothes together. They spend all this time. So it's a month process for a fan.
Yeah.
So why would I not? Because I don't know everybody's life and their process of how they got there. Sometimes people are spending their lives to come to see their favorite artist. So I want to treat everybody as if they're coming to see the only concert they can afford for the entire year. So if my concert is that, I'm gonna give you 110,000% on that stage. And then the thing is, I don't want to feel like I'm slacking on stage either. I'm gonna give you everything, because at the end of the day, if I leave this earth and I die on that stage or whatever, I'm happy, because I know I gave you everything.
Yeah,
I'm leaving it all on that.
I think that's a bar too for like independent artists too. Like when you were talking about, especially performing as if you are at crypto.com arena performing in front of thousands of people, because number one, it's good reps for you, because that's how you get to be in that place, is because you practice as if you're on the field. That's one thing people used to say about Kobe, for example. When he would be practicing, he's going game speed every time, and they're like, and people look like, why is this dude? But he understood that if you go game speed when you're rehearsing, when it's game time, you're ready. You've done it a million times. You're ready to go, and then the muscle memory takes over, the reflexes take over, and it's buckets.
Yeah, absolutely. That's that. I mean, I take example from Michael Jackson. I take example from Kobe. I take example from Michael Jordan. These people actually, the way they played in the game is the way they practiced. So that's the same thing I do. Like my dancers back in Florida used to get tired because I was going full speed for 12 hours. I didn't care. We took little breaks here and there to eat or whatever. But when we getting ready for a show, and we going full out every single time. So we even had a dance crew called Full Out, because they know like Josh is not going, they call me Jay back in Florida, but he's not gonna go half-ass. He's just not, and I think that's what the manager who had me a part of all these amazing shows, he saw that, because this is why you can put me on the same stage as far as moving in front of 22,000 people in Indonesia, because I'm giving you a show. Like I'm not just giving you, I'm getting on the microphone and I'm gonna come up here and sing something. No, bro. I got a full production. I got dancers, I got models, I got you know what I'm saying? I got fireworks, bro. They gave me pyro. Why did they give me pyro in Indonesia? Bro, if you watch that show, I got pyro fire coming out when I walk out on stage.
Wow.
Yeah. Like it was no joke. Like I and the thing is in Indonesia they gave me anything I wanted. It was like, what do you want on that stage? I'm like, don't tell me that, because boy, I'll come on a jetpack. I'll land in that joint. I'm telling you, don't play with me. I literally will. I'm gonna give you the theatrics. Wow. Like I'll fly through the middle of the crowd, land on the stage, backflip, whatever. I love performance. As you can see it on my cheeks right now. I can't even stop laughing because I get so excited, man. Like when I'm not on stage, I'm not where I want to be at. Like I love recording, I love writing, but performance is literally like my thing. Like that's when you really see the beast out of me. Like I'm like, yo, I'm gonna give you like I almost. And the thing is, I know this sounds a little ridiculous, but I like healthy competition. I like when another artist feels like they can go after me.
Yeah.
Good. Go after me then, because I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna make sure that crowd is so exhausted from so much excitement and so much fun that you're gonna have to ask them. Let me open up the show if you want to. I'm telling you, I'm going crazy.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's all a good fun, you know, healthy competition. I love it. It's just like it's a sport. It's like Jordan versus Kobe. Like they want to sit like, oh, we'll just run up the lane and make the layup or make the dunk. Oh, let me let you in. Yeah. Nah, you gotta get on the stage and kill.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, that's what's up. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about. We were at an event recently, you and I. And you had wireless headphones with you.
Yeah.
And so you had those with you so that you could play people your music. And you were like, yeah, there's a bunch of it was a networking event for artists specifically. And you were like, there's a million artists in this room, but nobody has anything to let people actually hear their music. Yeah. And you were talking about how it's led to all these opportunities, and I was like, that is a bar right there, because I have, I talked to Kofi, I talked to Greg and Good Company, and so I knew who you were already. We had crossed paths before. Yeah. I knew I wanted to get you on the podcast, but when I saw you with the headphones and you were like, "Why am I the only one here with headphones?" The artist thing, I was like, "Oh yeah, you gotta come through and talk to the people." But yeah, talk about the headphones, because honestly, I'm gonna get some wireless headphones. Like I was like, "Oh yeah, I need to do that." Like
my thought process behind this is this. We're at a music event. You're going to run into executives, different artists, different producers. Is my smiling face telling you how my music sounds? No. Because I got cool clothes on, is that telling you how my music sounds? No. Bring the music. Bring wireless headphones. Don't bring the buds. Though people don't like that's nasty.
Yeah.
Bring the joints that cover the ear and let them let them experience your music, because it's going to be a lot of moments of the day of where people just grabbing food, people just getting into random conversations, and people want to know how I kind of jumped ahead of a lot of people out here in LA and jumped ahead of a lot of different artists. It's because I have my headphones. Because I would go to Grammy events with my headphones. I would go to and the reason why I have a lot of Grammy committee friends and family is because I had my headphones and they heard the music. The music is what got me in the door to every single thing that you basically see. Like my gift made room for me, but I also had to bring my gift that I worked on, the product itself, and be in a room with a Roc Nation or Sony or Columbia or Capitol Records. Ron Fair, ran to Ron Fair at a Sony party. Headphones. Okay, great. That's Geffen Records. I mean, not every time you get a call back, but I can tell you this much: they remember. Oh, you're the guy who had the headphones. Oh, and then especially if it's good.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm so excited because I know that the music is good. So you got to be confident You got to be confident in the gift that God has put inside of you, and you have to be confident in the product. That's why it's very important that you exhaust all ideas on your track, like Rick Rubin says. You get amazing, great producers like Kofi and my boy Rob and my boy Cairo and Anthem Banger. Like you get these people, and choose wisely, because what you present, like my dad always says, presentation is everything, son. Presentation is everything. I have wireless headphones. I'm smiling. You're going to want to know what it is. And then when you hear the music, and then when you become shocked, you're just like, this coming out of you? Yep. And guess what? Now, guess what? I'm invited to every single thing that executive or producer or artist, because they know that they just heard great music, and it's not some crap that was just like, what's it? Men and women, we have to think. It's a strategy. It's not a thing of where you're being non-genuine. No. If you're an artist, you should bring music to a music event, especially. I'm not saying bring it to dinner. I'm saying if you're at a networking event, why are you not bringing your headphones? Why are you not bringing something to showcase your music? Nobody's going to remember to go to your Spotify when you get home. They're just not.
Yep. I was just going to say that. Like, you give them a card with a QR code or whatever, for example.
They're not going to listen. I have cards in my wallet right now that I still have. Even close friends, they give it. No, bro. Bring your headphones. Bro, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I've gotten so many opportunities in my music career because of that. That's the cheat code.
Yeah.
Especially if it's good.
Yeah.
You will get signed to Roc Nation. You will get signed to Columbia. You'll get these moments of where you're working with Universal.
Yeah.
But if you just sitting there depending on your looks and depending on how cool you are, and but you're looking at the person crazy who has his headphones. But you don't realize he believes in himself. He knows what God's put inside of him. He knows that his music is amazing, and he can perform his behind off. Soon as they say this, Josh, dang, I can't wait to hear your music. I like the way you describe it. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Well, you know what? I got it right here. Why don't you listen to what? You got your headphones? Every single time I say it, they're like, what? Hold on. That's clever. That's smart. Yeah, it is. It's like you're not gonna go into a lawyer's meeting or a doctoral meeting without your paperwork, are you? No, you're gonna go into if you're a coder, you're gonna come in with your laptop, right? You're gonna come in and you're gonna be like, okay, cool, this is the program I created. You're not gonna just talk about your coding. They wanna see what's the name? They wanna see I'm about results.
Yeah.
I have amazing relationships because of my headphones, because I brought my product to the place without being pushy. Like, these are my legit friends. They just so happen to say, I can't wait to hear your music. And then it builds the relationship, and it's like, oh, you know, and I'm surprised that I don't see many others with it. I think it's this is the culture. I think people are just trying to be too cool.
Yeah.
They trying to act like they're trying to be non-desperate. I'm not desperate. I just know what's inside of me. I just got my headphones because, number one, when I gotta walk back to my car, I want to listen to my own music. I'm like, dang, I might be writing a song at the time. I have my headphones. Like, my headphones are in my car right now. If somebody be like, oh, Josh, what's your music sound like? Oh, let me just get my headphones. Yeah. And I can leave them with my phone because it's wireless, number one.
Yeah. So
they can I can walk around where I'm walking with my phone. They can walk 30 feet away and they can still hear the music.
Yeah. Cool.
And it's a opportunity giver. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It allows you to be a artist who's being smart about. Because you may not run into any of these people again. How many networking meetings have you gone to and you have not run into that person again, probably like a year or two later?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember you did. But they still haven't heard your music in a year and a half or 2 years.
Right.
Dang, I wanted to check out your QR code, bro. What?
Yeah.
Bro, you heard mine the first night. This is why I run circles around a lot of people, is because I have my music with me. I'm not giving you a card.
Yeah.
I don't even have cards anymore. I have literally, you either take my phone number or you take my Instagram. I got my headphones with me. I believe in what I got.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to hear it right now if you want to. I'm not going to pressure you. And if we become friends out of it, even better, because like I know you appreciate hard work and diligence and great music.
That's what's up, man. I hope everybody for real, seriously, like listen to that right now and takes heed and actually acts on that. Talk about Vocal 360.
Oh wow. Woo. Hey, you got all them points. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vocal 360 is my company that I created due to the fact that when I was on stage with Fari's movement, I literally was gassed. I was out of breath. I was not on point. My talent got me there. My value for performance got me there, but I didn't have endurance. And I promised myself that I would never be on stage in front of that many people again, or any crowd for that fact, out of breath, giving out, not performing at my best. And I was like, I came back home after that tour, and I said, all right, I'm gonna apply my athleticism to my singing. Because I remember going to Atlanta to visit Jan Smith. You know who Jan Smith is? Jan Smith is Mama Jan.
Okay.
Mama Jan is the vocal coach of the stars. From Justin Bieber to Usher to 112 to Christina Aguilera, all these amazing vocalists. She had me when I visited her. She was very expensive to pay for. Really couldn't afford her, but I had to understand how Usher was able to maintain his breath and do all these different things. So I worked with her one time, and I mean I lost her number at this point. It's been a while. But the most amazing spirit you'll ever meet. Like, she literally is like a mama, right? That's what they call a Mama Jan. And she basically had me on the treadmill running, singing Happy Birthday, singing the national anthem.
Wow.
Literally. And I was like, and I never had experienced anything like that before. And I'm like, whoa, so singing and running at the same time. So when I was on tour, I remembered that. I was like, oh, so that's what I need to go back and do. So when I got back home to Florida at that time, I was like, you know what? Let me put my football calisthenics. Let me put my plyometrics on P90X in there. Let me see if I can make this actually work and I can balance my voice, my body, my endurance, my stamina. Can I do it? So I tried and it actually worked. And I was like, this is crazy. Now I can teach somebody this because now it actually worked for me. And it did not provide even more tours. I got it. Oh my gosh, Jesus, yeah, it got crazy. But yeah, so Vocal 360 is vocal technique meets total body fitness. So if anybody ever wants to join me, please join me on Runyon Canyon on Tuesdays and Thursdays because I am up that mountain. I have private clients and I also have group clients. Group classes that I teach. Because the thing is, people get on stage and they can't perform. I tell people this all the time. I have a real illness. My illness is this, and y'all have to pray for me. I have an illness. My illness is horrible music. And horrible performances. I want to throw up. I have a problem. I have a real problem, and the thing is, you're gonna see the sickness on my face because I can't hide my face. My face will tell the truth. I can't help it. If it's not good, it's not good. And it's because people are just not spending quality time on their performance. They're not spending quality time on their fitness when it comes. My music, Battlecry, I cannot get on stage with the level of energy that my songs exude on the tracks, and then try to get up there and do it. It's like me trying to run. It's like me trying to run a marathon tomorrow, and I haven't trained for it. No, you got to be in Olympic shape for these songs that I perform. You have to be, and I'm not even there yet. Like where I want to be. Believe me, I have many slack moments. I have many moments where I'm just like, I just want to stay in the bed. I've done that, but I do find myself at least 4 days a week working out. Like right now, I'm training for a marathon. I'm training for the LA Marathon. That's coming up in March 16th. This coming year, 2025.
Nice.
On Thanksgiving morning, guess what I'm doing? I'm running a 10K.
Wow.
Right here in LA.
Wow.
And then on January 19th, I'll be running the half marathon.
All right.
And my producer's running it.
Okay.
My producer, he ran 2 marathons this year.
Wow.
Already, he did the LA Marathon and the Long Beach Marathon.
Wow.
I don't know. He's a superhero. I don't know how he does it. Kofi, you crazy.
Yeah, Kofi. Yeah.
Yeah, Kofi.
Shout out to Kofi.
Shout out to Kofi. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just have a problem with people not really. And the thing is, I have a problem with myself too when I don't do it. I'm just like, nah, bro. Like, nah, step up. You know what I'm saying? When you know you can do better, why not try to see, like David Goggins says, why not try to see what you really can do? Why not get in the best shape of your life and really see what you really can do? See what this body can do. See what your spirit can do. Like literally go to the very tippity top of everything. Like push it. You know, and that's where I'm at with it. I want to see what I can do. I want to see because the thing is, people are like, yo, your energy on stage, bro. You have no idea the level of energy I know I can have. You don't understand where I see myself. Just like when Kanye on his documentary said, "Oh, I'm making $50,000 a beat," but y'all think that's where I've made it. No, man, I ain't made it. Y'all understand? I'm the biggest artist in the world in my mind. I'm not this beat producer.
Right.
I'm not just a producer. Nah, I'm a real artist, and I'm the biggest, like basically. You know what I'm saying? I can't repeat it verbatim how he did it, but basically he was just saying like, what y'all see, y'all think that's making it.
Yeah.
Nah, what y'all see on stage and y'all see all this energy, that ain't nothing to me.
Yeah.
For me, it's a stepping stone. Thank you, God, for the opportunity to perform at the level of what people appreciate it. But where I see myself on the performance and on a global status, bro, my mind is beyond this world. It's my performance is beyond this world. It's insane. It's at the highest level. It's to the point of where I can do 4 minutes songs at full energy without gassing at all for 2 hours. Like that's why I see myself. Like I'm talking about full fledged, not missing a note, not missing a step, not missing a dance move. Like in pure high energy, next level everything.
Yeah.
That's where I see myself. Not, you did a 30-minute show. No, I did a 2.5-hour show, and I was full-fledged energy. I'm not tired, and I'm ready to go for the next one.
That's what's up.
What's up? You ready? You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I see it.
All right, that's what's up. So if people want to also work on their performance, their fitness, how can we tap into Vocal 360?
Yes, Vocal 360. You can go to our Instagram, which is Vocal 360. VOCAL 360, spelled out the numbers, and just DM us. We're working on the new website right now as well.
Okay.
So you'll be able to get a lot of free items and things like that to help you along your journey. But you also can take online classes with us. I've trained people from here to Belgium to Germany, wherever, all online. So if you want to take the online classes, you can. Group classes as well, privates and group classes. And also, you can, if you're here in LA, you can join us on the Flatlands in Sherman Oaks.
Okay.
And that's on the weekends, and then on the mountain during the week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can join us on the mountain at Runyon Canyon. You're more than welcome. And if you want private classes with me, DM me either on my page or Vocal 360, and I get both of them. I run both of the pages. So Josh Moreland, JoshMoreland. Yeah.
All right. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So we talked about it at the beginning, so I want to touch on this. How did the LA Kings thing happen?
Okay. LA Kings. Oh my God. Number one, I love hockey now.
Okay.
At that point when the LA Kings came across the desk, I had never been to a hockey game. And I was working with a team called Offstream Entertainment, and literally my family, like they're amazing. Cairo and Kevin, they run the company. Kofi also works with them. And the LA Kings basically saw me perform at one of the games, basically.
Okay.
What happened was I was replacing another artist that couldn't make it to perform at at Crypto.com Arena.
Okay.
And what happened was I performed they allowed me to perform 4 songs.
Okay.
During the intermissions, because hockey doesn't have a halftime; they just have intermissions.
Got it.
So it's like between the quarters, and so I would perform between the quarters, and I performed the song "King." From what I know, the vice president of the LA Kings saw the performance, and he heard me sing the song "King," and he spoke to Kevin, who's the CEO of Offstream, after the performance, and was like, "What song is that? Can we use that for some commercial or promo in the future?" And Kevin was like, "Absolutely, we'll work out the paperwork and make sure everything is good." And you have to understand, I had never done an American show in front of 22,000 people, because I had done that with Far East Movement overseas.
Right.
This was my first. I mean, this is what Kobe Bryant played. This is what Magic Johnson played. This is where, like, Michael Jordan had to beat the Lakers. Like, it was like, so this place, number one, Staples Center is, it's still Staples Center to me. Crypto.com Arena, which, no shade to them, family. Thank y'all for having me. Basically, we did the song "King," and they loved it.
Nice.
And so they invited. So what happened was they contacted Kevin, and they was like, "Yo, we want to use this for like one of the big pushes in the playoffs." And then it became basically the theme song for the LA Kings.
Wow.
What? So I got a chance to see them skate out to my song as every game.
Wow.
As they came out onto the ice, all the starting players announcing the LA Kings, and then my song comes in, "King," and I'm just like, "Oh!" And then they made a commercial about it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" They made a commercial about it. Oh my god! I have to sing you all this stuff.
Yeah.
But oh my god, I was blown away. And then they had me come back for Game 6 when they were playing the Edmonton Oilers. And it was Game 6. This is to go into the finals.
Wow.
And I'm just like, oh my god, they have me they was like, "We want Josh to come and take the crowd up."
This is Stanley Cup.
This
right?
is So this is the game to go in, into be in the championship game.
Okay.
And long story short, they didn't win.
Okay.
But man, the amount of love that we got from the fans, and just, I mean, God, I to this day I'll never forget how they treated me. It was just so beautiful. I mean, they treated us like royalty. It was just like,
when you went into that performance, were you thinking, "Oh, it's LA Kings, maybe I'll do my song King," or were you just kind of performing one of your songs and it just kind of happened to work out, or what?
Well, I did think about it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that makes sense. I think they should use my song as a something for something.
Yeah.
But I also was just like, I mean, I love to perform that song. That's like one of my go-tos anyway. So I was just like, man, I'm gonna kill this.
Yeah.
Like, I got the band, and I'm in front of 20-something thousand odd people. Wow, this is gonna be amazing. Like, I'm going to kill it. And I mean, for some reason, I felt so comfortable on that stage. I had like a little bit of a butterfly at the beginning before I got on stage, but I was like, nah, man, God put me here for a reason, bro. I'm finna shut down this city right now, and I'm gonna give them everything I got. Just like I told you, if it's 10 people, 20,000. So that night it was 20,000 people for my first show at Crypto.
Wow.
And I was just like, thank you, God. This is what I'm talking about. So I performed that Crypto twice already.
Wow.
So I'm sure I'll get a whole lot more as the hockey season and everything takes place.
Dope.
So it's been
That's
great.
what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
Moreland,
Yes, sir.
appreciate you coming through, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Sharing all the nuggets of wisdom. Thank you so much, my guy.
Absolutely.
I'm
man.
going on Amazon right after we finish this. I'm getting some wireless headphones, bro.
Yes. The wireless headphones, Crusher Wireless.
Crusher Wireless.
Yes, Skull Candy.
Got it.
That's what you want. They cost $100, I believe.
Yeah.
And bro, it's so worth it.
It's so worth it.
I mean, it's created some of the greatest relationships I have in this world.
Dope.
Yeah. So,
Done.
yeah. That's it.
All right. Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Broadway, the host. If you got something out of the episode, definitely go ahead and hit the like button. Also subscribe and turn on the notifications so you can get notified whenever we drop new episodes. If there was something specific that you learned or found interesting, put that in the comments. Also, if there was something that you thought you were going to learn more about, wanted to hear more about, and you didn't, put that in the comments as well. We can use that to make these episodes better going forward. Thank you again for checking out. They're good at that shit.